Right, so this is the next one, and this one is from the Nottingham Journal, Monday the 14th of August, 1939. So this one says that teacher sets out with letter for the Home Secretary. Parliament is on holiday. The Home Secretary is on holiday, but Miss Ethel, 45, a school teacher of Long Stratton, Norfolk, who maintains that she was falsely convicted of dangerous driving in 1936, has spent £100 to try and get the conviction quashed, contends that Parliament has broken up without giving my case consideration, and the Home Secretary, Sir Samuel Hoare, has failed to give me any indication he carried out the commands of the King. A reference to her petition to the King, who replied that the Home Secretary would make inquiries. So today the school teacher means to interrupt the Home Secretary's vacation with a holiday task, a letter setting out her complaints about it all. Sir Samuel is at Northrop's Cromer. Miss Self will call on him in the morning. Yesterday, Miss Self showed a Press Association reporter a copy of the letter which she intends to hand to Sir Samuel personally. She and her brother distributed more than 5,000 copies of the petition in Lowestoft, Great Yarmouth, and Galston yesterday, and copies were presented to every bench of justices in Norfolk, Suffolk, and Essex. Now, this one's a little bit of a longer piece, and this one says that a woman's 3-year fight for justice. So this one said the woman's 3-year fight for justice fails to see Home Secretary at Seaside Home. Miss Ethel Margaret Self, a 45-year-old school teacher of Long Stratton, Norfolk, who is conducting a protest campaign against a conviction for dangerous driving recorded against her in 1936 at Lowestoft, sought yesterday to hand a letter personally to Sir Samuel Hoare, the Home Secretary. When Miss Self arrived at Temple Wood, Northrop's Cromer, the residence of Sir Samuel Hoare, a detective told her that he had received instructions that only Sir Samuel's personal friends could see him, but that any letter handed in would be sure to be delivered. She therefore decided to leave the letter with a detective. The letter stated, "Not being satisfied that you, as Home Secretary, have carried out your part to the satisfaction of the essentials of British justice, I wish to point out that in April last you were requested to report to the House of Commons and last month commanded to report to His Majesty the King. I have waited the result and now protest to you personally that I am still debarred from receiving justice. It seems that it takes 5 minutes to be convicted and 3 years to be exonerated from an injustice." Miss Self, who was accompanied by her brother, then continued to distribute copies of the petition in the Cromer district. On Sunday, they distributed more than 5,000 copies in Lowestoft, Great Yarmouth, and Galston. Copies of the petition were also posted to all the benches of magistrates in Norfolk, Suffolk, and Essex. So it would be actually really great to see one of those copies if the museum or the Norfolk Records Office have got any. That would be great. And then this is the shortest piece. This is the smallest story. It just says in the Leicestershire Evening Mail, Friday, 18th of August, 1939, it says that woman's petition to the King fails. Miss Ethel Margaret Selfridge, 45, a school teacher of Long Stratton, Norfolk, who is conducting a protest campaign against a conviction for dangerous driving recorded against her at Lowestoft in 1936, was informed today that no action was being taken on the petition she recently presented to the King. I shall now insist upon my case being thrashed out on the floor of Parliament, which ordered my petition to be printed in April last, said Miss Self today. Miss Self maintains that she was not the driver involved in the case. So she did get it printed in the parliamentary journals, and it will be in the petition committee reports. Currently, the archives are being moved, so we can't get access to those at the moment until they finish moving them to Kew Gardens from Parliament. And I looked in the journal, and unfortunately, all it says in the journal is a petition was presented in order to line the table for every entry. It doesn't say whose the petition was from or what it's about, and it used to do in the 1700s and 1800s, but in the 20th century, they don't tell you who the petitions are from in the journal, which is quite disappointing. It just says a petition was presented and ordered to lie on the table. So she definitely, it did make it into the parliamentary journals. I don't know why she didn't pursue it to the House of Lords through the normal routes of appeal.